Hello everybody and welcome to Amnesia the Bunker. Now this is a game that is a little different than the previous Amnesia games. It has a good amount of really kind of different mechanics that have been, put into this, and the aspects of these mechanics are very fresh. They feel very new. Now the thing about this is that I've only really played maybe about an hour or so of this, and I have to say that before we actually kind of get into this, I have to say that I don't really feel that this Amnesia is for me. I kind of feel like this is not the kind of game that I typically, the kind of Amnesia that I would want to play. Now, don't get me wrong, the mechanics aren't broken. This game actually runs very well. But there's some things about this game that I'm going to point out as we play to really kind of show why I feel like this isn't really, like, I wasn't really excited because of the mechanics of this game. And it's because of the things they added. It makes it more tense, I will say that. But I'll let you judge for yourself. We're going to do, hopefully, a full playthrough of this. I have kind of been not streaming for the last week or so because there's been Summer Games Fest and all that. And I've just been dealing with some stuff mentally. But I figured, hell, why not? Let's get into this and let's play. So we're going to start a new game. I'm just gonna overwrite this one. We're gonna play on easy. I don't really know necessarily the difference. Like, I know that, like, with hard, it's... I know the monster comes a lot more, but between normal and easy, I don't really necessarily know. Like, it says die less, explore at your own pace. This fucking monster is still, like, in there, so... Alright, game pausing hints, subtitles vibration, hints. Yeah, we'll keep those. Video distortion effects. We'll keep those as well. I do say that I love the setting. I am a fan of, like, World War I horror. So, if you're into that, that's what you're getting. Graphically, this game looks really nice, too. I feel like Frictional just keeps making more and more games where it just looks better and better. To survive this war, you'll need two things. First, a basic set of skills. Second, the good goddamn sense to do whatever's necessary. I can teach you the first. The second is up to you. Remain Delpy, General de Brigade, 4th Army of the 3rd Republic. A lot of weird visuals, too. So, we are Henry. Now, I do have the audio down about halfway, so we'll see how that works. Once we get into the bunker, it's a bit of a different story, so... I have not played this game with headphones on, however. Now, here's your first thing, is that we have a gun. And check how much you have in the gun. You hold down X, and you gotta load these bullets one at a time. You actually have a gun. And I'll tell you what, this gun is more a tool than it is a gun. I can't stress that enough. You have your little lean. Boop. Crouch, of course. Run is left bumper. Classic Amnesia fashion, you gotta open and close the doors. Very much a Frictional Games thing. Alright, so we got some revolver bullets here. You can pick up all these objects. Spin them around with the D-pad, just like normal. And throw them as you would. Thing with, like, the shovel. Use yourself a shovel and... Alright, so you hold down X, and you gotta load these fuckers one at a time. He just kind of tossed that last one in there, alright. Oh, yes, that's right. So, of course, sometimes doors are locked, so you gotta hold objects, break doors. Really kind of the fundamental of this game. Really the fundamental of this game is that it's really all about, I wouldn't necessarily say resource management. It is kind of, but it's more or less about figuring out ways to go about doing things using the tools you have. In, you know, the classic survival horror sense, but also essentially in a way that everything is a tool rather than a weapon, or because there are quite a few weapons in this game, but none of them are really weapons. They're more or less tools. We are injured a little bit. Damn German bastard! You've been injured. So yeah, you can you hold this to kind of figure out how bad it is. The more blood there is, the worse off you are. It's covered. Now here's another mechanic that I actually really do like, which is the locking doors. This is very useful, as you'll come to see. Dear God. Medicine. Oh yeah, that's right. So you'll be picking up cloth. Now this is your little inventory. You don't have much to start out with. I know that there are like inventory upgrades. Go ahead, we'll use this. Pull down. Everything is very manual. So everything has to be done manually. Which is kind of what makes it so tense and scary. Now the other thing too is that the same thing with when you check your bullets, you'll empty them out as well to make room for more. Again, grenades. I wouldn't necessarily call these. I wouldn't necessarily call these weapons, as I would a tool. Same ears. Round. As well, tuck it on in. And over. Oh shit! Gas! It's gas! Stuck in this trench.
Where are you?
Down here. Oh God. Down here.
It's so fast. No time running out. We make make it out of this hell together.
Oh, I got a gas mask
We're
on.
nearly there.
I don't know why, like, my hearing goes... Like, his ears were still exposed. I don't understand why my hearing is gone quiet.
Beat that roll, my friend.
There's these weird, like, visuals of just, like, audio.
Fate's a bastard. I'm on patrol tonight then. C'est la vie.
So Lambert went out on patrol. I'm guessing this takes place after, and now we're looking for him. We still have one round. Sir, do you have any ammunition? Oh boy. Big hole in the ground.
Here, drink this.
Climb down a.
Then I'm going to get
down
you
to
out
get
of
him.
here.
Hauled his ass back up like Hacksaw Ridge. That was down versus up, but
My leg. Too weak.
my leg too weak too. But let's go.
I'll get you back to safety. Just hold on to me.
Oh no! Here are the Germans! We gotta go! Oh! Just like that, we're out. Game's over. We're dead. You are now on your own. Learn, adapt, experiment, and survive. I mean, technically, I was kind of on my own to begin with. Lambert kind of just did... He only did one thing, which was give me a mask. He didn't really do that much. Alright, well, here we are. It's just a box. Just like always, you can turn the lights on and off. I pretty much leave whatever I can on. Discover why. I mean, not that this game is like I don't mean like because the game is scary. I mean specifically because of a certain mechanic. Excuse me, chair. I must require access to this desk. It's a piece of paper, but I must first search the drawers. All right. So we got a note from Dr. Jasinski, July 10th, 1916. Soldat Clement admitted to medical treatment following events of 9th of July. Personal effects held in the storage locker. Patient remains in weak coma state. Will respond to stimuli, but only for brief periods of time. When last roused, he reported no memory of recent events, had trouble recalling even his own name, most likely due to severity of initial head trauma. Will continue to monitor. If status does not improve in a week's time, recommend transfer to St. Etienne for neurological tests. Signed, Dr. Jasinski. So you go, there's the amnesia aspect. I've forgotten where I am. Hello? Ooh. Alright, so here's the flashlight. This thing sucks, by the way. Yeah, I know.
July 9th, 1700 hours.
Alright, so they'll read, but I'm going to read it anyway. 9th of July, 17H. I'm in a state of agony. It cripples my body, captures my mind, bleeds my soul. This thing I have done. This thing. It is lunch in the mess hall currently. The thought of eating repulses me. A lot of times I just kind of stop the audio because I'd rather read. So yeah, this thing sucks. But it says, like, be careful not to make too much noise. Really, the best way to get away with this is by doing it 2 times. If you do it 3 times, you just keep pulling it. It just makes a bunch of whirling noises and shit. And of course, you know, that attracts attention, so. So my kind of necessary way of putting this is that I will leave any door open that I still need something in. So, for example, this chain I can't get, so I'll just leave this door open so I know that there's something in there that I can grab. If we clear out a room, I close the door. It's typically how I function. Ooh. We got some bodies. We got a closet of bodies. The noise it makes. Bye. We got a picture. So these photos, you get these photos as well. I don't necessarily think they do anything. That's pretty grotesque, though. But I haven't found a use for them anyway. So this is Dr. Jasinski again. 14th of July, 1916. So this is 10th of July, this is 14th. Body of Sergeant Raynard. Multiple lacerations. Chest cavity torn to shreds. Every rib cracked. Skull cracked open by repeated blunt force trauma. Who could have done this to him? Now, I will say this, too, with the notes. There is something about this note system that they've done something that I really, really like, which is you can group this by date. So, you can group these by date, so you know when they're taking place. More games need to do that. So yeah, you'll be able to put together the full story easier by having that. But anyway, we should continue. Listen, I'm Canadian French. I can do whatever I want. But when you do it only once, it barely lasts. See, it barely lasts. You have to do it at least twice to get it to actually function. But 3 times too many. Alright, so we have cleared out this. We've cleared out this room, I believe. So I will close that door. Alright, we got a padlock on here. This is the cafeteria. Door's locked. Alright. French flag. Another hole in the ground. I just want to make sure you check underneath here, because I there was one point I saw like a piece of ammunition under a table at one point, so it's kind of important to kind of just check underneath the shit as well.
thought I was the last one. We're trapped down here. The rat fucking officers ran and blew the exit behind them. You want to escape. You need to blow it back open. There's dynamite in the arsenal. And a handle to trigger it somewhere in the excavation site. Get them, and you can make it out. Shit. That thing, it's coming for me. Here, take this. Finish me off, please. I want to die at the hands of a brother soldier, not that monster. There's ammo in the pantry. Get it.
All right.
Do the job, please.
Shit, I got you. Ooh! Oh boy, there it is. So, that's kind of one of the key things, is that the monster isn't like, kind of like the other monsters, where it kind of just shows up in rooms. The whole way that this fucker works is that he comes out of holes in the wall. So anytime you see one of these holes, I have tried, I mean, it's kind of difficult and it's kind of a waste of time, but you can grab these objects, right? And if you want, you can just kind of like block the holes, you know? One of these, please. So we're gonna walk back over here. You actually do run pretty quick in this. I find that the running actually is very useful. Shit. Now it's dark. Time to run, time to run. Alright, so now we've done that, welcome to the safe house. This place is pretty much used as a safe house. I'm gonna stack these chairs. Now, a lot of times I will come back here and I bring resources. I found bringing resources because you do have this chest here, but it only holds so much. And there is actually a lot of resources in this game, as I've discovered. So this is the map. This is the only map that you have, and the only way for you to know where you're going is to come back here and look. And that's kind of one of the things I don't like about this, is that I understand why they're doing it, but at the same time it does get very confusing very quickly. V. Baptiste. Note from the head clerk, RE dog tags. Important, when processing deceased soldiers, please check the reverse side of their ID tags for any messages, symbols, or locker codes. These are to be wiped clean before the tag is preserved and recorded. Q. Freelot, head clerk. So as you saw, I did check that. You get a little window here. Let's go ahead and close that up. Get some more fuel. Need that here in a minute. Is there anything? I'm just gonna go ahead and close this door. Okay, we came from there. I'm gonna go ahead and close this door here. Nothing there. a light switch. Again, I feel like this flashlight is one of the most useless pieces of shit. But you don't need lantern oil, so. Rats and burnt corpses. Update to all medical and mortuary personnel. The rat problem has not gotten any better. They're swarming every dead body. They're even coming after the wounded, but the vermin have no interest in flesh after it's burnt. So, a new policy must be instituted. The bodies of all deceased soldiers must be burned. I have spoken to Father Derace about this matter. He will provide proper consecration for the deceased. Remains will be preserved for the families. This is not ideal, and it fills my soul with pain, but burning the dead seems to be the only way to stop the rats from coming, so burn them we must. Nothing in there. Now, the only way for you to actually save is to come in here and do this. So, that's pretty crucial. Fuel and fire. Warning, generator fuel is extremely flammable. Do not light any fires near the fuel. Do not fire any weapons near the fuel. For God's sake, do not even smoke your cigarettes near it. Store it only in sturdy metal canisters. Glass breaks far too easily. If it spills, wipe the area clean immediately and dispose of the rags outside of the bunker. Now, that's kind of one of the mechanics with this, is that you really kind of have choices with this fuel. The choices that you have are, you can either use it for tools, like Molotovs and torches, or you can fuel the generator. Now, of course, fueling the generator means that you're going to have power. But, of course, there's a give and take. That power drains, and that's what this clock is for. So, in this, let's go ahead and assign a hotkey for this. We're going to do up on that. Now, when this clock is out, we fill the generator up all the way, we have an hour. Now, the hour is not actually a real hour, but it is a numerous amount of time before it has to have more fuel put in. Let's go ahead and... this guy's pretty fucking dead. Q for a low. 1078. So you do take all those down. It's not like you're... It's not like you have to remember them, thank God. We put enough fuel in here to fuel this bitch to the top. Grab this one here. Grab that. Full. Also, combine that with that, we get ourselves a health item. And pull this. Now you can turn off the generator if you want. Wind the watch. There we are. 60 minutes. Alright, so this is the 1078. And welcome to the bunker. You overcome obstacles in multiple ways. Use your wits and your brains. Experiment. If you think something might be possible to do, it probably is. So you can turn off the power if you want. How to get the hell out of here. Now, a red pinned one is objective to what things that you need to do. Have not seen another human for hours now. I might be the last, but in the hope that there might be another, I leave this now so you do not waste any time. This is the only exit, the only way out of this hell of your own making. It was blown closed. It needs to be blown open. Don't bother digging. It Impossible. Blow it up. The dynamite is locked in the arsenal. The detonator handle is somewhere down in the Roman tunnels, deeper in hell. I go now to try to retrieve them both. Though I do not know if you exist, I pray for you. Please extend me the same courtesy. So, we need two things. We need the detonator handle for this. We need a dynamite to put in here. Blowing that open will get us the fuck out of here. We won't have to deal with that monster anymore. Okay, we got ourselves a grenade. Now this light will go off. To save your progress, you just come in and do this. Normally, I will come in and I will close the door first. Alright. So... This is the door. This is the door that was blocked here that leads through... back to here. We'll just leave that closed for now. Grenade. Alright, so we have an emergency lockdown here. I don't think there's anything over here. Good on that. Some fuel. Now, as I've said before, most of these weapons are actually tools rather than actual weapons. You can use them, but they don't really do much against this fucking thing, so I don't really try all that much. Alright, so down here, this hallway, we have the officer's quarters, which is past that quarantine door, and that's the arsenal. This is the exit. This is where we came from. The sick room, the medical storage, all this right here. We were already in all this. The medical storage, we have something in. I wish we could actually mark it. And then, of course, we have the other kind of hallway down here that leads to maintenance. So we can go down there. We can also check like mission storage and stuff. Let's go ahead and go down into this green area and explore those rooms first. Oh, he's moving around. Alright, there we go. We got a bottle. It's not a note. Chair on bed. Alright. To anyone who finds this, Fournier, our commanding officer, cowers next to me now. He lost his mind to an abyss of fear. He repeats the same refrain over and over. Flee, flee, we must flee and seal the beast where it belongs. He wants to run, to blow up the exit behind him, sealing the demon down here, the demon and our men. His constant refrain, it is getting to me, and that same void of terror, it is also overtaking me. To any of my men who see this, once we're free of this place, I will get the arsenal code from him. I will get it, and I will radio it back to you. Trapped down here with that beast, the arsenal may be your only hope. It's all I can do. All I have the courage to do. Get to the communications room in the soldier quarters. Hide there. I'll broadcast the code to you. So this is Joubert. 14th of July, 1916. Night. So that was his final journal here. Strange scratching sounds a few moments ago, and now it sounds like someone is pacing in the hallway. Probably Renard. Drunk on the stash of wine I know he hides from us. Best I confront him now. Either get him to bed to sleep it off or convince him to share a bottle or two with me. 15th of July. Cold fear runs through all our veins now. Fournier has terrorized the men for answers. They say they were asleep until Renard screams. I believe them, of course. Fournier went so far to accuse prisoner 73014 of escaping his cell and committing the murder. Impossible. I worry about Fournier. His rage hides fear. He takes it out on the men, and I can see no way to stop it. It breeds contempt. My mind slips back to the moment Renard started screaming. How easily it could have been me. How easily it still could be. For the first time, I wish the order to attack would come. I'd rather face 1,000 German guns than this nameless dread. This is a gas grenade. And health. We see we can't carry anymore. Got another picture here, which is these big old claw marks on a metal door. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dump the gas grenades. Typically I will dump the gas grenades under here. And then the bottles, the bottle under here. I will usually keep one grenade on me, but we'll just put one down here as well. And then a lot of times I usually just use this to put all the fuel. Because that to me is the most important thing. Grab that. Let me grab this. This room is done. So close that. Oh boy, we have a trap here. This door's rigged. Another picture of them down what looks like Romans. So this must be the Roman tunnels they're talking about. 2nd of May, from Sergeant Joubert to M. Fournier and D. Blanchette. Engineers have broken into our storage area into the old Roman tunnels. They are, as we thought, structurally sound, deep, and I confess I was skeptical of this last point, but they do indeed lead in the direction of the German line. By September, we should be in a position to launch a massive push from inside the tunnels. Perhaps of note, inside the tunnels we found urns, Latin texts, etc. We'll do our best to preserve some materials for posterity. Updates to follow. So they were digging into these Roman tunnels to find a way to the German line. Sounds like it. What's the time? 45 minutes. Okay. So you can actually blow these barrels up. Any like red barrels you can blow up. Prisoner in custody. 30th of June from V. Delpy to M. Fournier and D. Blanchette, etc. After a raid of last evening, we have in custody some 20 German soldiers from the IV Reserve Corps of the 2nd Army. This puts our cells past capacity. With one exception, I recommend they be shipped to the camps as soon as feasible. Prisoner 73014 I would like to hold. Before capture, he ripped his rank and insignia from his uniform, so his rank remains unknown. Since capture, he has refused to say a word. I suspect he may be an officer or other important person. I believe once removed from his men, we can break him. Please advise. Okay, let's see here. Get this fucking crate here. Just put that right there in front of the hole. That door's unlocked. I think we got everything in here. So we got this door here that's trapped currently. Bottle. Let's go ahead. So I'm gonna combine this with that, make a Molotov. Just stack that shit in the way there. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna open this door and let her blast. That's definitely gonna aggravate him, so let's run into here. Let's go ahead and drop. Now this has this little medical thing on it, so I like to drop those into here. Let's go ahead and take this fuel down here and like top her off a little bit. I took him. No. Alright, so I only need one. So I try to keep this topped off as much as possible, to be honest. Alright, well that made a bunch of noise, but now got in here. Revolver bullets. Bible. Put it up there. All that for one single revolver round. Believe it. God. Alright, so we open this. Oh, we have this other empty bottle here. It's just a hammer. Let's go ahead and get in here. Oh. That guy's been ripped apart. J. Dizili 3007. So this is another health. Oh no, that's the inventory upgrade. They have health packs that look like that though. LaRue's report, 15th of May, from, I don't know what that rank is, LaRue. I am now putting into writing what I have reported to both my immediate superiors. Last evening, 14th of May, I was assigned to aid the engineers in mapping the Roman tunnels. As I entered the deepest area of the tunnels, I noticed strange glowing liquid seeping from the walls. When I turned around, the walls of the tunnel themselves were suddenly gone, and I was standing in a vast plain of darkness. In the distance, there was a sickly light that seemed to be calling me forward. Between it and me, malformed shadows moved. I blinked again, and it was gone. I was back in the tunnel. I lasted but a split second, but I am quite convinced what I saw was no daydream. It was real. Since that experience, I have felt haunted, like a part of me is still there, stuck in the tunnels. I keep seeing shapes moving at the edges of my vision. I am formally requesting medical leave. Please help me. He's drawn all these scary-ass drawings as well. What's this? Oh, a flare. Boy. Alright. So we have this. Oh, I'm stuck in the door. So we have that, and that room's also clear now. So this is the second part of the hallway that leads down. Fournier. Let's see. Picture of a hand by a hole. Ooh, there's fingers in there. He's collecting fingers. Shooting the beast. Situation report. After Tremblay's death, the bunker descended into chaos. I've retaken control and ordered the men to form up in squads. They're to hunt the beast down and kill it. They tell me it's not possible. They tell me the bullets don't kill it, they only buy a little time, and the beast comes back angrier. Cowards. I sent them back out now to do as they should. Hunt and kill it. If they fail, they'll face a worse fate than claws in the darkness. Increased security on Arsenal. I've ordered increased security for the Arsenal, lock and code, and I will root out those responsible for this horrendous act. Justice will be done for France. God, I heard footsteps. Yeah, this shit can get a little tense. It's pretty tense when you're walking around in the dark. What the fuck is this guy's deal? He's got chains on his bed, he's got fingers in his closet? Bro, I'm fucking out of here with your shit. Fuck you. Alright, so this door's locked. And, typically, when I did this the first time, I used this and then, hide. Where's my time? Alright, we're good. Think we might be good? Think we're good. Except for that. They get you. Like, every, like, once in a while, there's an explosion. Alright. In charge of security. Renard, I want to tell you personally, to personally oversee nighttime security in the tunnels. The last 2 nights I've heard someone moving through the corridors, when there was no patrol scheduled. I will not have another bout of sabotage. If emergency lockdown becomes necessary, find, Desailly. Desailly. He keeps the necessary lockdown wheels tucked away in mission storage. Blanchette. I think that's a piece of bottle that's like stuck in the ground. There's another health kit. And 6th of June. From M. Fournier to Sergeant Renard. Further to your investigation of the tunnel sabotage, your assumptions are safe. Start with those who spread the rumors about magic and devilry in the tunnels. Clearly they've had sabotage in their minds for weeks. Use any means necessary to elicit confessions. We cannot allow this treason to go unpunished. Alright, so this guy also has a chain on here. Jesus Christ. I mean, he's around somewhere. Alright, so... I'm just gonna lock that. What's my inventory look like? Okay. Okay. We have a tripwire here. Grenade. And then this actually leads back up. This actually leads back up to the area with the other chain in the medical area. See? So I keep this door typically locked. Just because it takes longer to get to there. Music like picked up, so I was like, what the fuck? Shit! Shit! I fucked up! I fucked up! That was my bad. Okay. Well, I meant to jump over it. A lot of times I just like to like throw these bottles. Sometimes they break. A lot of times I feel like they're useless, to be honest. Well, that one did eventually break. Cause they just give you so many. So we got this other health here. We will we'll lay that there. Go ahead and drop that. And then I typically will drop the flares here, but I think that maybe we'll keep this for now. Okay, let's grab this. We're gonna top her off. Okay, wind her back up, full time. Well, we blew out the light here. More fuel. Another dead guy. G. Chopin. Nothing. Fuck. Alright, and we have another one of these. So we need like bolt cutters. Where's our wine? From Fournier to Foreman Stafford. This is our fourth formal request for a resupply of wine. The cellar is running low. I fear the reaction among the men and my fellow officers if we're forced to implement harsher rationing. I'm already fielding complaints on a daily basis. This army runs on morale, and morale runs on wine. My initial request was 10 crates. So far we have received 2. Fix it. Just a brief little light. Okay, so looks like we maybe can loosen that. There's a bunch of stuff in here. Wine, there's like some cabinets. Shit. Gotta get in there somehow. Alright. Okay, we'll just let him go. Alright. Down here. Okay. Another grenade. Oh, for fuck's sake. So I didn't come down here when I first played. Pretty much I explored all that tunnel over there, and then that was about it. So now I don't know what to do. Both these doors are locked. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Sorry about that. Dealing with a bunch of doctor BS. So I want to get in this door, but I kind of don't want to fucking use a grenade. Is there anything I can, like, chuck? Any blocks? Can I use this? I think it has to be heavy. Maybe we can grab the one from up here. Maybe we can grab the block from up here. If you remember... Oh no, there's not... It's not here anymore. Oh yeah, it is. Here it is. Alright, there we go. Bloop. Alright, so let's grab this. Oh, god damn it, I closed my phone. My time. There we go. Alright, so let's grab this block. Just go ahead and lock this. Okay. Oh! I don't need it. Never mind, I don't need it. I just noticed this. This looks like it leads in there. Hold on. It's a rat. Hello? Okay, sick. Cool. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, the box. Okay. Unlock that. Some fuel. Unlock that. Grenade. Oh, I was trying to open this. Oh. Grab the little hinge. Ooh, a note. What's it say?
9th of July.
Oh, shut up. 9th of July. I do not know the time, but dusk has fallen and still of course, no word. When I asked the sergeant, he shrugged, as if I was asking about when it might next rain. These fools around me, laughing, drinking, arguing. Do they know what I've done? Do they suspect it? I feel they must all be guilty of something, and yet they laugh, drink, argue. God knows what I've done. I wonder if his judgment could be worse than my own. Okay. H. Boucher 0684. Alright, so what do we have here? Codes. DeSalle and Boucher. So Clement, Travis, oh Jesus Christ. Is that a med kit or a I think it's a med kit. Revolver bullets. Oh, there's a gas mask in there. Cloth. Okay, here's DeSalle. Oh, okay, so this has a new wheel. Foreman Stafford. So opening. It looks like they're opening those grates. They're taking the screws off with like a wrench. So maybe we gotta find that wrench. Oh no, the wrench is in here. Oh, so that's how we're opening the screws. Lambert. Shotgun shells. Ooh, a pocket bag. Nice. So what was his code? 0684. That, thank you. Tina's fuels, like health kits. So we have another one of those. And DeSalle's was 3007. Doesn't matter. Killer. Let me just check around. Oh. Oh yeah, it's because I have. Is there anything else lying around? Well, once I stick this wheel, we can actually grab that health. Okay, here it is. Alright, well let me grab that health real quick. That's probably it in here. I mean, besides all of the lockers, of course. I wonder how many achievements I've gotten thus far, if I've gotten any. I turned alerts off, so... Alright, prison. Soul's recorded communication, that's open. So we've just released the lockdown in general. So anywhere there's a lockdown door. Release it over there. All that. Let's see here. Let me just drop down underneath here. And we'll drop. There's a couple laying back there. And then the fuel. What is our fuel? So we only need like we only need one to top her off, right? Yeah. Okay. Stick those in there. Bada boom. So yeah, now it's like showing us all these little areas here that we can go. So we have the prison, soldier quarters, arsenal, and maintenance to get to. So we have all 4 of those basically. They're open. All right. So when we come back next time, we will continue forward and go into one of these locations. I don't really know which one yet, but we'll see. Maybe I'll turn alerts on to see if we get any achievements. So, yeah, take care, everybody. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.